Awesome. So, again, as I said, there's a little secret. Every person that you have on your team has a what? Personality. We can't detach them yet. When they work that out, this will be a lot easier. Trust me. So, at the very least, they have one personality. Some, you might argue, have more. Correct? Yeah, that's right. They can't help it. They can't help it. It comes as a package. So part of this process, whether you're the business owner or you're an executive level or you're operations management, your ability to understand personalities is going to be, like I said, integral. And what's really amazing about this component, what I'm really passionate about, is that this can actually get pulled out into your everyday life, because when you actually realize how to recognize personalities and work with it and deal with resistance, like the sea will part. And you will just start walking through life going, wow, this actually applies to life. So why does this matter? Again, I've just touched on it. It matters because if you come in, I mean, how many of you guys have ever had a manager in your career, whether it was your first starting out or maybe right now, where they just boss you around and tell you what to do? Has anyone had that? Yep. They just go, do it, and you go, what? They go, just do it! And you go, oh, geez, okay. How did that make you feel? Did it make you feel empowered? Did you like your job when that happened? No, you didn't. You didn't like it at all. So integration is not about bossing people into what you want them to do. It's not about going, you have to do it. And then they're gonna be like, okay, I love it. You know? And then they're gonna be like, I hate this job, I hate this job. And then it's not gonna run efficiently or be good. Integration is about understanding personalities so that way you get the buy-in. And when you get the buy-in, they like it. And when they like it, they do a good job. So, all right, so basically, when you have personality, so you've got somebody who's, say, more tentative or scared, you're not going to go in and like do a scare tactic on them, right? And be like, ah, because it's going to kill them. So you're not going to do that. You want to obviously match people at their level, or if it's a negative personality, you want to try and bring them up. And if it's an up personality, you don't want to bring them down. So it matters because to get the buy-in, basically. Went on a rant there, sorry. So since there's a lot of working parts, can you guys think about in your business right now, just sort of top level about the personalities that are in your business? Are your salespeople different to your accounts people? Yeah, I bet they are, right? And could you say that with those personalities, if you put them together, could there be a little bit of conflict? Maybe. And that's because when you have a business with a lot of moving parts, within those moving parts, even the initiatives at the department level, a department of the, let's say accounts department, sorry, has a different initiative than a sales department. So they have different initiatives. And then within those departments, you have different people who have certain types of personalities who each, on their own individual level, have their own initiatives and their own goals. So it's really complex when you think about it. I mean, I know this is kind of HR, you know, this is a bit human resources, but it's really important because you all care enough about your business to make it work better. If you're going to make it work better, you have to understand this component. Oh, sorry. So effectively what my point was to bring out about the different personalities is that they're going to communicate in a different way. They're going to listen in a different way. They're going to understand and interpret things in a different way. So that means, say, like the gentleman with absolute immigration. Every one of their people were doing the same outcome, but they were getting a different way there. It's because they learned a different way, they speak a different way, they execute a different way. So when that happens, you can't just go to all of them on the same level and explain one thing expecting the same result. That's not going to happen. You have to learn how to communicate on those different levels. So the first step with understanding personalities is you need to actually start noting down the traits of people. Now, this is a really simple step. I'm going to explain a little bit about what the visionary means there in a little minute. But how many here are the owner of your business? Wow! What a room of good people. So you own your own business. You are not excluded from this process. You need to write down your name and what your traits are, okay? You need to think about, am I an aggressor? Am I dominant? Am I a micromanager? I bet you all would probably put your hands up there. Micromanager. Am I too laid back? Do I want everyone to like me? Am I afraid my staff are going to leave me? Or I don't care about my staff? You need to think about how you are as the owner, Because as the owner, you are actually leading the charge. So all of your quirks, all of your failures can get mimicked on. So you need to know what your pluses are and what your minuses are. Then after that, you need to think about your staff's personality, right? And why not? Let's go ahead and do it. Think about your top person, your right-hand person. What are they like? Are they a lot like you? Chances are they probably are, right? Whoever your top dog is. And then think about everybody else. And you're going to go, oh my God, now I know why me and John don't get along. He's like that, I'm like this. When you identify core traits of different people, you start to understand why things break. So it's not always a good idea to put people together if they have those opposing traits, unless you know how to diffuse the resistance, diffuse the issues. So that's really important.